Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to the channel. I am Melly. This is Imbody Tarot. And in today's big card reading, we are going to figure out why do people love you, or what is it about you that people fall in love with so easily. As you can see, we do have 3 piles and 3 crystals for you to choose from. Trust your intuition and pick the pile or crystal that resonates most with you. And I will list a timestamp below for you to get easy access to your reading. Timestamp will be in the pinned comment and in the description box. Pile 1 resonates with this beautiful kyanite crystal. Pile 2 resonates with this flower agate carnelian. Pile 3 resonates with this clear quartz crystal. I will be using the Imbody Tarot Deck for this reading, and all crystals in the deck will be available on my website, imbody.co. Once you've chosen your crystal or pile that resonates most with you, select the timestamp and I'll see what you're reading. Let's get it! Hello, Pile 1. Welcome to your reading. And in today's real card reading, we are going to figure out why do people fall in love with you so quickly, or why are you loved? Okay, I did see that you chose the kyanite crystal, and with this energy right off the back, I feel like people fall in love with your mind, how you communicate, how you articulate yourself, how you get the point across. I feel like you are a people's person, but it seemed like you have like a authoritative type of energy where it's just like people naturally just fall in love with you because you have that like very masculine deep dive energy about you. You know what it takes to elevate people to the next level in their life, in their career. You just know how to magnify things, and I feel like people adore you, people care about you, people love you because you naturally make them feel like they're at home. They could be themselves and they could express themselves to you like no other person else can. You also have a thing for music, so a little artistic flair that's there. So let's see. Why is it that people fall in love or love pile number 1? Ace of Cups, the King of Wands, the Six of Pentacles, and the Five of Wands. Bottom of the deck energy is the Emperor card. I am not surprised that you receive all these beautiful cards in this reading because it literally is the energy of the Kyanite. Whereas people love you because they're able to drop their guard, they're able to drop their mask when it comes to you. They don't feel like they have to show up as a person who is just like, I have to play a role, I have to play a character, I have to play a facade. With you being around, it's like they could strip everything that they built up over their entire lifetime and just be free. It's like with you, being around you is like a vacation for most people. You are a business person. You have this natural characteristic about yourself. You tell people all the time what you require, and if they're around you, they can't just like come around and be like sad and depressed and not work on themselves. They have to be able to work on themselves, their energy, what they want in life. You don't take nonsense for the most part. You let people like truly be themselves without feeling judged. Okay, when we see the Ace of Cups energy in a reading, it's an indicator of like self-service. It's an indicator of new faith in love. It's an indicator of like fresh air. Think about it as a baby being born. Only thing a baby knows how to do is how to survive those first initial days. But the people who are around them will provide that love and that security and that nurture that they need, whether it's from the doctors, that's overlooking what's happening in their medical file, whether it's from the nurses who's doing the minute that the orders from the doctors say, whether it's the parents, mom and dad, skin to skin, mom is feeding, whether it's through breast milk or whether it's through Similac, baby feeding. It could be, even down to like the environment that the child is born in. whether it's at a home birth or at a hospital. It could be the midwife. So when we see the Ace of Cups energy with your aura, it's just like you give the basic necessities people need to, know themselves, honor themselves, be themselves for the most part. It's not that you're a mirror, but you give that comfort zone. I'm going to give you the things that you need to thrive in life, and I'm going to do it through love. I'm going to do it through nurturing. I'm going to do it by being gentle with you. I'm going to be soft with you. I'm going to talk you through it. I'm going to show you that your emotions are valid. So people love and care, and they are very big with you and your energy, and they fall in love with you quickly because you give them the basic necessities that they need to thrive, But that makes me think, do you give that to yourself? Are you seeking that from others so you overcompensate? Hmm. That should be another reading. But let's move on. When we see the King of Wands energy, it's all about a natural way how to grasp attention. So you know how to work the room. You're like a showman or a showgirl, right? What I'm thinking about is what are those guys called? Like Chippendale dancers? It's just like you're in a room just being, sexy, naughty. You're being like flirtatious for the most part. Or like a Vegas energy, like a showgirl. It's just, or the bunny ranch, the bunny girls. It's just like your smile just captivates a room. So physically, you are extremely attracted. You bring different people in your life based on like your smile or your eyes, your teeth. It's something about your physical appearance that people just have to be around. It could also be like your sense. You definitely know how to dress. So people love your aesthetics overall for the most part. And that's the King of Wands energy, that natural energy of being charismatic, okay? The Six of Pentacles energy, it's that energy of, I am here to give you. I'm here to balance out things. Nobody left behind. So while you have this authoritarian type of attitude, I do feel like people come around you and they love you because you are supportive also. You're a team player. Like, yes, you're in a very strict program for the most part, but if anybody needs you, they're going to call you. If anybody needs you, they're going to reach out to you first. You're like the first line of defense. Like you provide that security blanket for every and anybody, and you do it with no regrets. You do it to the point where people are just happy. It's an equal energy exchange. You meet people where they're at, whether they're expert at something or whether they are a newbie, they're a novice to the situation. You have this natural ability to just know things for the most part. And with the Five of Wands energy, you have this fight or flight type of survival instinct, but also that make people drop their guard. All in all, the reason why people care about you, they dedicate themselves to you, is because you provide that home life to them that they never received, whether they're a child or while they were growing. Like you just provide security to them, you provide this lifestyle to them that they never expected. So people fall in love with you because your ability to take care of things. You know how to work the room. Your confidence is amazing. Like you know how to make money. Like people low-key not be surprised will try to be you. Another energy I'm picking up is energy of like spontaneousness, because we have the Aries energy right here with the Emperor card. We also have Aries energy right here with the King of Wands, as far as the King of Wands represents in the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag. And then we have the Five of Wands energy represents in Leo energy. So the attention is always on you, but the attention is always like, let me go in, let me dive in and do it first. Like you like to be an entrepreneur. You like to be the person who like explores. You're very adventurous. So not only do they feel safety with you, they feel like they could step out their comfort zone and explore things, whether it's you, whether it's the world, whether it's a new project. It's just like you make them extremely fearless for the most part. So that's why people fall in love with you. It's just, you're just you are a ball of sunshine. You radiate stability, you radiate equality, you radiate leadership, and you do it through selfless service. You do it through love. You do it because you want to do it, not because you have to do it. And you're natural at this for the most part. So now I want to ask, why do your partners, like people who fall in love with you on a romantic level, why do they fall in love with you? I feel like your energy is the energy of like lots of spinning the block. Like once they experience you, they can't move on for the most part, or they call up on you continuously. It also is the mind, your independence. It's the same energy for why people love you. as friends, as co-workers. The same reason people love you as a romantic partner, because you have energy of independence. You're very loyal, you're very committed for the most part, and you're willing to travel, But I feel like you attract most people who, are willing to spin the block versus new people for the most part. So your love life, when it comes to why people fall in love with you, is because you are adventurous. That's the key thing. Like, it's never a dull moment with you for the most part. And I feel like people love and care about you because you are this adventure. It's like somebody's always chasing you. They can't lock you down. People want to like be in a full-fledged committed relationship with you, but it's just like, can it's up to the plate, you know? Or they may feel like you have a lot of like, people who want you and they're like, can I fight for your love for the most part? That is so interesting. I'm looking at the bottom of the deck energy with the Two of Cups. And usually Two of Cups energy represents like soulmate energy. I feel like you probably have a lot of like past life connections with people who you are in a romantic connection with for the most part. And I feel like, I don't know if you're their karma, but it seems like in this lifetime, you're trying to find somebody in the past lifetime that you made like a contract with, a soul contract with for the most part. So you're searching, and that's why we're getting this energy of going back to the past, traveling nonstop. So people be with you because they feel like you're at a higher level. They don't have access to you. And I feel like they seek you because they want attention from you. They seek you because they feel like you're out their league. You're very like high quality for the most part. That's so interesting. Does this resonate? Let me know if you get to the end of this reading and it resonates. Comment your pile, comment your story, or comment a blue heart so I know you're in the comment section. Okay, I know that you got to this ending. This is an energy exchange, so pour into me and I'll pour back into you. So that's all that I have for you reading pile number 1. I hope I was able to give you clarity, gas, confirmation. Until next time, remember who loves you. Bye. Hello, pile 2. Welcome to your reading. And in today's reading, we're going to figure out, why do people fall in love with you, or what is it that people love about you? Okay, so you chose, or your soul resonated with the Carnelian flower agates, and I feel like low key there's the energy of like you're a natural healer. I don't know if like you're a doctor, you're a nurse, you're a social worker, or that's the room that you want to go into, maybe a vet. But it seems like you want to heal people. You want people to feel loved. You're very empathetic. There's a level of emotional stability that you bring towards people, where they feel like they could express themselves to you. It's like you're a receiver for the most part. I'm picking up that you let people see the root of their issues. You let people figure out like how to get from point A to point B by being accountable for their own actions and their emotions. It's like you're a therapist or a counselor. I don't know if you're into like neuroscience, you know. I don't know if like you're an historian, but people love how deep you are. Like, you don't do like surface level type of relationships for the most part. The Carnelian energy is the energy that radiates happiness, success, and is very vibrant for the most part. Spotlight intention is on you. And then the flower agate energy is all about like healing, but it's not like surface level healing. It's like deep soul healing. So your energy resonates mostly with historical context, historical information. You may have a past lot of people, so maybe most of your friends and associates that you're around for the most part, you have known them like all your life, or none of your friends for the most part has less than 5 years within friendships. You're very big on long-term type of connections, and people really value that about you. People are intrigued by you when it comes to your death. It's like you're always emotionally available for people for the most part, and you let them feel like they're very safe when they're around you emotionally. It's very interesting because pile one's reading was mostly about like the mind, and now your reading is almost mostly about like the soul, but you understand how the mind works. It's like an elevation to like the next chapter in people's life. Many people may find you like, I don't know, like they may turn to you for like religious reasons, like psychology reasons, like I don't know, you just have this empathetic situation about you, and you recognize patterns, emotional patterns, and how they affect people. So let's see what the tarot cards say. Why do people love, care, value, fall in love with pile number 2, Spirit? So we have the Page of Cups energy. We have the Eight of Wands energy. We have the King of Wands energy. We have the Three of Cups energy. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune energy. So people feel extremely lucky around you, and that's why we have the Wheel of Fortune energy. People also feel like they met you for a reason. Like it was like their soul is like drawn to you. I don't know if you ever heard of like the red string theory, but that's what it comes off as. Your energy with people, it feels like deja vu, or it feels like it was meant to happen. It feels like you are loved by a lot of spiritual people. You are loved. It's just like you're like a firefly. Like you just attract people with your light, with your radiance for the most part. It's not that you're doing anything like out this world. You're naturally being you, and people are very intrigued by it. But I also feel like people are intrigued by how you celebrate yourself and how you celebrate others. Everybody that surrounds you have a success story, and you constantly remind people of their value. You know, you constantly remind people of how they behave and how their habits, you know, affects their outer world for the most part. You speak life into people, and people really love, adore, and need that right now because you let them remember who they are at their core for the most part. You know, you make them realize how their ego could be beneficial, but also how it could be their downfall. And the Eight of Wands is just like you don't really say much. You know, you take things very slow. And the Page of Cups is that you make people explore their inner childhood wounds. And I don't know if that's the reason why I'm picking up like that energy of like you being a healer, you know, for the most part. With the combination of the Page of Cups and the Three of Cups, you provide a sense of community. You know, people come to you after they've been broken. You attract broken people, but it's not in a bad way. You attract broken people because you provide that love that they need. You know, you've been through the journey. You have a testimony almost for every situation. You know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who's been through a situation, or you yourself may have been through it. So you make people feel like they're not alone. They're not isolated in their journey in this world that calls life, you know? And I feel like you make people look at the opposite side of things. Like, yeah, things are happening to you right now, but it's happening for you. It's making you go in the direction you need to go in to get what you want. Like, even if people don't see things happening, it's crazy because the Eight of Wands in this tarot deck, it looks to me like a compass, like which direction are you going to, right? And then look at the Wheel of Fortune, it's also giving that compass type of energy. So you help people direct their energy elsewhere. You refocus the mind, you refocus the body, you put them in alignment for the most part. When we see the Page of Cups energy, it's the energy of like a journey. And if you look, this young lady is walking towards something. We don't know what it is, right? It could be emotional fulfillment. You let people learn how to process their emotions because the Page of Cups is the youngest within the family. You have all this energy, you have all this emotions, and it's just like, how do I explain? How do I show up? People are very creative when they come with their emotions, and they may not know how to like express themselves. And that's where you come in. You let them understand why they act the way that they do, and then you also let them understand like how could this influence what's happening around them for the most part. And you naturally do without them communicating. I look, you feel like you're a witch doctor. I wouldn't be surprised if you're into like herbalism for the most part, or like I said, you're probably in the career fields where maybe you're an archaeologist, you probably study herbology, you probably are a veterinarian, a social worker, a counselor, a therapist, a neurologist. I just see you working with people when it comes to their behaviors, okay? So now that we know why you like initially attract people for the most part, let's figure out why people fall in love with you. So what is about your energy that people love and they fall in love with on a romantic level, okay? So let's see. Why do people fall in love with pile number 2, Spirit? We have the 5 of Cups. Ooh. The Fool card. Oh my gosh. I don't know if this is a good thing for you or not. I wonder what your story is. The 7 of Swords. Ah! And the Hierophant card. Ooh, that's so interesting. Clarify this Hierophant energy, Spirit. What is this energy? Clarify this Hierophant energy. The 7 of... the Chariot card and the Justice card in reverse. So the 5 of Cups energy is a pessimistic energy, right? So I feel like, and this is going to come off rude, but, you know, that's not my intention. I'm sorry in advance. But it feels like people are drawn to you because like you're the rebound. You're the person who people go to after like a horrible heartbreak or a hard situation. It's just like you're their knight in shining armor for the most part. Because the 5 of Cups energy is somebody being fixated on what happened in the past and is unable to move on. And the Fool card is just like a new fresh adventure, new fresh start. So here I am sat at home. Here I am being stuck on my ex. And it's just like, oh, something new is here. You're the complete opposite. Like, it's free. Ooh, I feel wild. You know what? You're going to be the reason why I move on from my ex, right? But at the same time, it feels disingenuous by that person because here you are with your light, flowy, white energy, and people are attracted and drawn to that, but then they don't know how to handle it. They want commitment from you, but they don't invest the energy. You know, it's like at a standstill. So they seem like people waste your time a lot. They tell you they love you, they tell you they adore you, but at the same time, they don't put much effort into it. So the reason why people fall in love with you a lot is because you're a healer. You're like the bounce back energy. You know, you're the motivation, you're the battery behind their back for the most part, but it's at a disservice of you. I think that it is. Like, people want that happy home, but they're not willing to like invest in it. That's the 10 of Cups. That's the happy home energy. That's the community energy. And the Justice card is unfair treatment. And then right after that with the 4 of Wands, the 6 of Cups. Like, it's like you give the life that they want with their ex. And now you're at the standstill and battling with people and their feelings because they're not over their ex for the most part. So be mindful about you being a rebound for most people. Be mindful of you being the person who absorbed negative energy or unwanted emotional energy for people because they weren't ready to truly move on from situations. But here you come with your light energy. They want it, but they don't know how to handle it. They mishandle you and your energy for the most part. You know, like they want healing and you provide that healing. But then, you know, who does the go-to person go to when they need love? Right? That's energy I'm picking up. So that's what I have for you, pile number 2. I hope I was able to give you clarity, guys, and confirmation in this reading. And until next time, remember who loves you. And of course, if this reading resonated, do share with a family or friend to see what they chose. Comment your pile in the comment section or drop a red or orange heart for me. Okay? Until next time, bye. Hello, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. In today's spirit card reading, we are going to figure out why do people love you and then why do people fall in love with you for the most part. Okay, so right here I did see your energy resonated or you chose the clear quartz crystal, and the clear quartz crystal is all about magnification, right? So I feel like you see beyond people's BS and I don't feel like people fall in love with you naturally. I feel like people have to learn you and you give the opportunities for them to love you for the most part. I don't feel like it's easy being loved by you, and people have to learn it. And it's not a bad thing for the most part. I think that people have to earn the right to love you. I don't know how to explain it, but it just feels like access denied. Now what? You know, like people can't just get access to you. Your energy feels extremely exclusive. It feels like out of sight, out of mind, out of touch for the most part. And I feel like people really are attracted to you because of your exclusivity, right? Them not being able to have you, like you're on the higher echelon, like you require a lot from people in order for them to love you. but it's also because you have a lot to give, you know, but you're not going to give that to every and anybody. So not many people get the experience of loving you, because it is a privilege to love you or fall in love with you for the most part. I don't know. It seems like you're in a higher like energy level or a social class, you know? And if you don't think that about yourself right now, you need to start doing that, because people are drawn to you because they can't have you. It reminds me of, I think Kim Kardashian said it. Who puts a sticker in a Bentley or a Benz? I don't know what she said, but something like that. But it's just like, not everybody is able to like come close to you. Like, yeah, you have access to me, but do you truly really? Like, we're in the same area, but we're not in the same area type of energy. So I don't know, maybe you need to be cocky, or people just love your cocky essence. You know how to work a room. But let's see what the tarot cards have to say, okay? So why is it that people love pile number 3, Spirit? The Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles energy is all about like slow growth, and it's all about investment, big investment. Wait for things to actually work out how people want it. The Seven of Pentacles energy is all about, you have to invest in me. You know, it's literally the energy that I was talking about. Like, your status is like different. Think about like you know, planting the seeds, and then you have to nourish the seed, you have to water the seed, you have to make sure the soil is correct. Like, everything has to be how it's to be. Everything has to be how it's supposed to be naturally for things to like grow in the garden, right? This is not like survival of the fittest. You have to like come correct, and that's what you require. That's what it is. People love you or is attracted to you because of your standards. Your standards are not the normal, the average. And people just have to naturally be themselves or have an energy about them that requires, you know, an equal energy exchange. You don't really settle for less. You know, you speak so highly of yourself. You know, you're people's vision board. And that's why people love you. It's because they want to probably be you, you know? They have to invest a lot to embrace or get your energy. You're not easily attainable. You know, it takes a while. They have to grow into love with you. It's not like love at first sight, love overnight. Hell no, it's not 90 Day Fiance at all. You don't give that energy. Okay. Why else is people in love or love pile number 3, Spirit? The Emperor card. You could be very cold. You could be very strategic. The Death card. You require changes. People probably love you for your occult studies or like your occult mind. I wouldn't be surprised, and this is not to be offensive, but I wouldn't be surprised if like you have like spiritual gifts, or maybe like, you know, your family have a history of like, you know, autism. You know, like people don't socially sometimes, not they are, where they socially accept people who are autistic, but it's, oh, that's the word, not neurodivergent. But you know, you may have this like autistic like energy around you, whereas you don't see things basic, and you have this skill like you could speak multiple languages, or you could solve like complex puzzles for the most part. Like, you're neurospicy, right? And people cannot understand who you are and how you are as easily, you know, but the thing that they can't understand about you is what they love most about you also, right? Their strategic mind, your ability to recognize patterns, your ability to understand like things that's beyond the 3 dimension, right? You believe in like aliens, the moon. You're probably a damn conspiracy theorist too at the same time. Why do people love pile number 3? The Justice card. I feel like you're everybody's like perfect person. But because you know that you could pick any and everybody that you want, maybe it scares you, and you have to be very selective with who you let in, because you know that people don't really show their true self. Low key, I feel like this reading is about you directly. Why do you love yourself? You know, maybe you see yourself as, you know, new or spicy. Maybe you see yourself as like the outlier in community. Maybe you see yourself as this independent strong person that don't get the grace everybody else get. You have to master yourself, because the clear quartz is a master crystal for the most part. And it's interesting how we talk about gardens, because this clear quartz do have some like quartz, green quartz inclusion inside of it. Low key, most people will say this has like garden, like a garden quartz type of energy. So what I'm picking up for you is that you recognize that you are multifaceted. You have lots of layers to yourself, and it's really not about people loving you. It's about how much you could accept yourself and how you could love yourself. So now you start to appreciate the fact that, yeah, I may not be society's like norm. I may not have what society accepts naturally, but I do know that I'm a truth seeker. I do know that I believe in fair and impartial treatment. I do know that I believe in transformation, but at the end of the day, people may not fully change 100%. So I should not put anybody on a pedestal besides myself, because I could trust me for the most part. In hindsight, I do know that, I require a lot, and it's okay for me to do that. And I do know that maybe people are not as patient to get to know me as they should. So they only meet the surface layer of me. They only know this one version of me, where I'm multifaceted for the most part. You show people different versions of you. Not everybody gets to experience the same version of you, because you're just naturally like that. But I think that people really appreciate you and how you see yourself and how you're viewing yourself. So this reading is not so much about why people love you. It's more so about why you love yourself, or why you should love yourself. Your exclusivity. Okay, so let's ask that question. Why should Pile 3 love themselves? What is it about Pile 3 that they should love most about themselves? You have the 10 of Cups. It came out in reverse and I flipped it up right. You have the 7 of Cups. And then you have the 5 of Cups. I feel like you yearn community, you yearn to find people who are similar to you. And you're slowly realizing that everybody is different, I feel like you're starting to learn that everything is in the mind when it comes to you, because it feels like this is not even a part of this world. You're looking for the perfect oasis. You're looking for the perfect community, and you're learning that perfection doesn't really require much for the most part, and your community will not be perfect. You need to accept that. You also learn that you need to give yourself choices. You could show up today as the nun and tomorrow as the rock star. Who is to say you have to be one dimensional, be the same person every single day? You or other people may feel like it's a mask, you're being fake, but no, it's you just having fun in life. You just discovering things, That's that newer spicy energy. And the 5 of Cups, you should love yourself, or the reason why you should feel highly about yourself is because you had such a journey of misfortune for the most part, on happiness, and you're looking for that one thing to push you through emotionally. You could be in a dark spot right now, or you could be around a lot of people that is going through a hard time. You're just like, why me? It's giving survivor's remorse. Why not you? Why not you, Pile 3? Things are not going to be as crystal clear as you may want it, but what Spirit is saying is that the best love comes from you being able to love yourself. Self-love, self-care, self-stress, trusting yourself, being that you are worthy for the most part, centering yourself when it comes to love. Your energy radiates that you're here for a reason. I don't know if you may have forgotten that, but in this reading is a reminder that you are one of one. There's nobody else that's like you, and the love that you give yourself will be the best love you ever needed. But you have to show up for yourself every single day. Stop trying to get external validation from other people when you need to validate yourself. Okay, so that's what I have for you, pile number 3. If this resonates, definitely let me know in the comment section. Okay, tap in by dropping a white heart or just saying pile number 3. I'm here for you, so pour into me and I pour into you. Definitely share with a family or a friend to see what pile they chose also. But until next time, that's what I have for you, pile number 3. I hope it resonates, and remember who loves you. Bye.